Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
Let's start off visiting Crystal at Life at the Orlando Science Center.
This is the Life exhibit at the Orlando Science Center. It is the largest and most comprehensive exhibit that they have ever attempted, and it tells the story of our planet through the animals who inhabit it in 3 different ecosystems. And to tell us more about the animal story is Jenny Bowles, who is the animal care manager here at the Orlando Science Center. And we are here now in the swamp. Of course, we're in Florida, so we know what goes with the swamp. We've got alligators, we've got turtles. Tell us what people can expect here in the swamp.
Yeah, so the Life exhibit has 3 separate areas. We have the swamp, the ocean, and the rainforest. But the really great part about the swamp is it allows you to get closer to the wildlife that's in your own backyard here in Florida, that is there, but you might not be completely aware of. Learning more about them and what role we play in making sure that they're taken care of in our backyards.
So in the swamp, we've got, the superstars. You got to have some alligators and turtles.
Yes.
What else can people see here in the swamp, which is very unique?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 gators that are in our gator pool here. We also have 5 different species of aquatic turtles, including one very large snapping turtle, red-eared sliders, yellow-bellied sliders, all cohabitating together so that you can see how they would work together in an actual environment out in the wild.
Yeah, I noticed earlier I saw an alligator under the heat lamp on top of a turtle.
Yes.
I've never seen that before, but that's what you're going to see here.
They stack, they share food, definitely moving around exactly like they would in the wild is exactly what you're going to experience here. And we make sure that all of their needs are provided. You're seeing their heat lamps, their UV lamps, because they're obviously not getting that direct sunlight in here like they would outside. Yeah. So everything's provided and you get to see how they would normally behave.
You've done a great job. And then the squirrels, we experience squirrels in different ways here in Florida.
Correct.
But you have something very unique and special with that exhibit.
We do. So we have 2 squirrels that are over here. The squirrels are actually the only animal here that are not native to Florida. They are native to islands that are off the coast of China. They are called Prevost squirrels. But we have an entire system that runs above your head, so those squirrels can be running around. You can see how quick they are. You can see the way that they move. You can watch out for other things that they do. But it's a really interactive exhibit. It's a lot of fun to see how they move through things.
And then around the corner from the squirrels, we also have the very mysterious owls.
Burrowing owls, yep, another animal that you can find in your backyard, but they're one of the most fascinating animals to me because you can find them in super cold temperatures. They can thrive in really hot temperatures. So they do perfectly all over Florida, but they actually do burrow into the ground and they live here in like the grassy land areas of Florida. Yeah, so we have 2 of them over there.
That's fascinating. Yeah. And you normally can't get up close like that with owls. So that's
you
really
cannot, cool. No. So those are animals that are really reclusive. They keep to themselves. So to be able to see them and then get that close to them and how they work, it's pretty fascinating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't we go get up close with some more creatures
Sounds good.
in the oceans? We're going to go to the ocean now. We are now here in the ocean, and I love the fact, Jenny, that when you walk into this exhibit, you start to become transported with the music and the lights, and then you're here in front of this gigantic tank.
It's very immersive. You literally walk downwards on a ramp, and then you end up in front of our large shark tank here with all of these beautiful fish that you can find in the oceans around the Florida area. You go around the corner and we have a coral tank that's at a level for kids so they can see it. You can get down on the level with your children. We also have a touch tank with all of our aquatic inverts that people can actually get in there and be completely involved in getting to know how they feel and how they move when you're interacting with them.
So I saw one of the sharks in here.
Yes.
You're actually going to be able to have people like in the zoo. You can actually get inside of here and like teach and talk to students about it.
Correct, yeah. Our intention is that when we have to do all of our husbandry for the tank, we will be snorkeling inside the tank. Our team will be trained to do that. We'll do shark feeds from the upper platform up here so that we can do programming and talk to people about the sharks and about our reefs and our oceans that are around the state of Florida. So we'll have a lot of keeper interactions when we're in here.
I also love that you are learning about the ocean when
Yes.
you're in here, and you're learning not just the names of some of these fish and the species, you're learning about the importance of the coral reefs. You're learning about some ways that you, as just a human in this world, can get along with the sea creatures.
Yeah, we really have very thoughtful signage that's all over the exhibit that people can read and learn about. This is another beautiful environment that we're lucky enough here in Florida to exhibit. We're surrounded by the oceans, so it's another thing that we learn about how we impact it, how we benefit from it, and how those things combine together, how we work together to make that all, coexist. So
The touch tank has to be one of your more popular
For sure.
exhibits, and people can really get up close. I see a lobster in there,
Yep.
a sea cucumber,
correct,
crabs.
yep, starfish, yeah, a bunch of different types of inverts. The reality is there is studies that have been done on the fact that somebody can go to a zoo and they can see these beautiful exotic animals, but if they're far away from them, they get it, they think it's wonderful, but the second they're able to touch something, the second they can interact with it, it takes that appreciation, that connection to a completely different level, and we're able to provide that here in our ocean, so it's really wonderful.
That's what's so beautiful about the Life exhibit, is being able to get up close and
Absolutely.
experience it. All right, so I love the ocean so much. It's such a calming Zen place, but we still have one final place, the rainforest.
Correct.
So let's head over to
Sounds
the
good.
rainforest.
Okay.
We are now here at last in the rainforest, and you can feel that we are in the rainforest.
You sure can.
And that's the beautiful thing, just like
Yeah.
the ocean, you feel like you're immersed.
Absolutely.
This is quite a special place.
It is. It offers you a little bit something different than the other two environments. Those environments you can find in your backyard. You can go to the ocean. You can go to the swamps here in Florida. The rainforest is something that if you can't find a place like here at the Orlando Science Center, you'd never be able to experience these animals. You get the hot, humid temperatures here in Florida, but not this lush environment and the animals that are in it. It is the immersive rainforest experience.
Obviously, we know we've got some company behind
do.
us as one of the animals in the exhibit. So tell me a little bit about, let's talk about the birds first, because
Sure.
you've got birds flying overhead.
We do. So we have a perch over here where we have our sun conures. This is a mated pair, Rio and Tika. We also have free-flighted birds in the exhibit, 15 of them that are roaming the exhibit, flying around, going in and out for their food sources. We have a two-toed sloth in the exhibit, red-footed tortoises. Behind us we have a waterfall with our cichlids. So a whole bunch of different species that you can come in and they are moving around you completely, no barriers between you and them.
That is what's really cool, is when you walk in here, first of all, the fact that it is so high and you can hear the birds,
Yep.
you can hear the sounds of the waterfall, you feel
Yeah.
the humidity. You guys have done a great job
Thank you.
of making people feel as though they are in the rainforest.
For sure, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to experience and to see all the animals, and again, our interactions with them, and to be able to sit in here and feel like you're a part of this wonderful environment. It's something you won't get to experience in many other places.
So the sloth, I know, is one of the stars of the exhibit.
They're a very
and
popular animal, yes, yeah. And for us in general, everybody has a love for Miss Izzy. She does, for the most part, what sloths do. They are nocturnal animals, so she sleeps during the day, gets a little active at times if she's looking for some food or a new place that she wants to sleep in the exhibit. But for the most part, sleeping in her hammock is what she does, and then she's active at night.
This is really the showstopper here, isn't it? And you've really taken on quite a lot of challenges in interacting and being able to get all these species in one place. It's not an easy task.
It is not. Every single exhibit that you find here at the Science Center is a mixed species exhibit, which means that you have to take into account as an individual species, what are the needs of that animal, but how do those needs affect the next animal, and is that going to negatively impact them? And if it is, you have to make adjustments to figure out how they can coexist and all of them have those needs met in a positive way. It's a lot of moving pieces that are hard sometimes to figure out.
I'm glad you guys have figured it out, but it's also so satisfying to see the people walk in here and really feel transported.
Absolutely. And when you see the people come in and how excited they are to be here, how happy they are, you see the little kids getting excited to see animals that they've maybe only seen in pictures. It's something that we've been working for a really long time, and to see it all come together, it's incredibly rewarding. We're very, very proud of it.
Well, you heard it. If you can't experience the rainforest in person off in another continent, you can experience it here at the Orlando Science Center as part of the Life exhibit.
Yeah.
Jennifer Voles, thank you so much for joining us, the Animal Care Manager here at the Orlando Science Center. So to check out more information about the Life exhibit or the Orlando Science Center in general, you can check out their website at osc.org.
That exhibit looks amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh man.
So beautiful.
Yeah, there's always something new at the
Yes.
Science Center. So
yes, worth a
great.
trip. Okay, what holiday movie am I referring to? Here's a few clues. There's an angel sent from heaven to help a desperately frustrated businessman by showing him what life would have been like if he had never existed. If you guessed the holiday classic It's a Wonderful Life, you're right. You can see the movie at the Garden Theater on December 11th at 7:30 p.m. The movie stars James Stewart, Donna Reed, Lionel Barrymore, and others. Just a note, the movie is a little edgy, so parental discretion is suggested. For tickets, visit gardentheater.org.
The acclaimed Basilica Choir, which has been called one of the treasures of Central Florida, will perform some of your Christmas season favorites with a full orchestra and its magnificent pipe organ on December 13th at 7:30 p.m. The concert takes place at the Basilica of the National Shrine of Mary, Queen of the Universe. And this is a church of pilgrimage and prayer to inspire in the faithful devotion to the Virgin Mary. For tickets and more details, visit maryqueenoftheuniverse.org/concerts.
The Orlando Foundation for Architecture will be hosting its 6th annual OFA Art Show, which takes place at the City Arts now through December 14th. The art show is open to the public and anyone can apply. OFA promotes public understanding and appreciation of architecture and design. For this show, art with a theme related to the built environment is encouraged, but it's not required. The show will feature multiple events, including an art panel, discussion, an art history walking tour, and a holiday party. For more information, go to orlandoarchitecture.org.
Get ready to celebrate as the Arthritis Foundation marks its 40th year of its Jingle Bell Run on December 14th at Baldwin Park. Wear your favorite holiday gear and jingle all the way toward a cure. The Jingle Bell Run is one of the most festive holiday runs for a reason in America. They're raising funds to support research for arthritis treatments and a cure. This celebration will feature food and drinks, fun kids zone, holiday costume contests, entertainment, and a silent auction. To learn more, check out jbr.org/Orlando. One of the jewels in the crown of Central Florida is the Orlando Ballet, and we are joined by its artistic director, Jordan Morris. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
This time of the year, the Orlando Ballet does something really special. It is a lot of people's favorite, the Nutcracker. Tell us about this version of the Nutcracker.
This will be the second year of a brand new Nutcracker that we premiered last season. A very ambitious project for the organization, $3.6 million price tag on it. I spent 3 years from storyboarding and scripting, going back through the music, re-envisioning what we all know the Nutcracker, going back to the original stories by Alexandre Dumas and E.T.A. Hoffman, and trying to combine everything that was there, add something fresh. I wanted it to be something very unique for Orlando. So we added a lot of things to it, that this is really a one-of-a-kind production for Orlando and for Central Florida, really.
What one or two things are people most surprised or wowed by?
They are wowed in my version of Nutcracker. Clara flies.
Oh.
So, you know, when the Christmas tree starts growing and the living room starts growing, well, she starts to fly. So she's actually flying above the entire battle scene that's happening between the Nutcracker Prince and the Mouse King there. So I added a flying element to it, which again the children adore, and it also makes the adults gasp as well when she takes off inside the living room. Another thing that's been very popular that we found out last year from the children was I'm from Canada originally. I spent a lot of time working with children's theater and children's television. And we did a lot of puppetry, marionettes, and hand puppets and bigger puppets, mechanical, animatronic puppets. So there's a lot of puppetry in this Nutcracker, because I thought at Christmas, and the children, and the toys, and the dolls, and the marionettes, So there's some incredible puppet builders here, of course, that work Disney, Universal, all these. So we enlisted this team of puppet builders to bring us all new marionettes, and then there's a goose that gets on the loose, the Christmas goose that never gets cooked, running through the house. And in the second act, we go to a very giant mother goose. Most Nutcracker stories have a mother ginger, where all the children come out from underneath her skirt. So I kept going with the goose motif, and it's actually Mother Goose. And she has all her little goslings around her with feathers. And then one of those goslings flies at the end as well. So sort of taking the traditional and how much more fun can we have with it, and what unique sort of things can we refresh it with while still maintaining the beautiful Christmas story and Clara's journey all the way through.
That's wonderful. And you know, what's interesting about the Orlando Ballet is that you don't need all of that production because the dancers are just so good, and it's always just a wonderful show. So you've got not just the Nutcracker, but you're already probably working on the next thing. What's coming down for 2025? What's down the road?
We will be doing my production of Peter Pan in February. So yay, more flying there, right? And sword fights. And I just finished staging my production of Peter Pan for Oklahoma City Ballet. And now the sets are here. And right after Nutcracker closes, we'll be into the Peter Pan rehearsals. So you've got your Wendy's and Tinkerbells, the Crocodiles, Captain Hook. So again, to follow Nutcracker, another great family event, family ballet with something for everybody in it. And as you said, the dancers do such an incredible job with the movement that there doesn't need to be a whole lot extra on stage for them to really shine.
Yeah, if you like the classical ballet, it's there.
That's right.
And having the production is just a cherry on top. It's really nice.
That's right.
So as the artistic director, I've always wondered, how do you decide which shows to produce, which shows resonate with this community, and how do you pull the audience to the next thing?
Right. It's probably I'm glad you asked that question. It's one of the most difficult things for a director to do, because I have to think about what challenges are the dancers ready for? Are they ready for something, 2 years ago, I did A Streetcar Named Desire, right? A very meaty Tennessee Williams, some pretty harsh characters in there, still some beauty in the story. And part of the reason I brought Streetcar in, because I knew last year I was going to do Casanova. So you want to stepstone the challenges for your artists dramatically and physically and emotionally so that you set them up to succeed. And then you've got to think about, well, is the community ready for this kind of show? Will the audience come and see something that is perhaps not so light and airy, but a little more meaty and of the human condition? Because as artists, I feel it's our responsibility to share what we're feeling as a culture, as a city, as a society, as a community. And those are the good stories and the bad stories. We support each other through the good and the bad, right? So building and curating really a season like that, I make sure that there's something for the families. I make sure that there's something that will intrigue the intellects and the real dance aficionados. We're bringing in, for the first time in Orlando, Martha Graham in the spring, right? I couldn't believe that Orlando Ballet had not done a Martha Graham piece, so we're getting our first Martha Graham piece. Things like that I'm trying to bring to the community, bring to the city, Central Florida, that we can really embrace and enjoy together.
And that is why the Orlando Ballet is such an important part of this community.
Well, I thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us, Jordan.
My pleasure.
And if you've seen the Nutcracker before, you haven't seen this Nutcracker. So go and check it out. Again, thank you for being with us, and we'll be right back.
To the town, I had the pleasure of going to Mia's Italian Kitchen. It is delicious. Take a look. Hello and welcome to Taste the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Mia's Italian Kitchen on International Drive. It is a fabulous place to be. Bring your friends, bring your family, because it is delicious here and completely gorgeous. I'd like to introduce you to Miss Suzanne Clares. Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here because I really, absolutely, completely love Mia's Italian Kitchen. And also, please explain, why do you call it a kitchen and not a restaurant?
So here at Mia's, we really make everything fresh daily. Everything is made by our prep team in the mornings. We don't pre-order anything. Everything is made with fresh ingredients, made to order. So you can really tell when you sit down and dine with us that you're eating something special, something that has been made with love, just as we would share with our own families, we share with our guests.
I love that. Don't you love that? And we want to inspire you at home to make something delicious here so that you can enjoy time with the ones that you love. So please do tell me, what do you have for us?
So this is our Italian grinder sandwich. So this is the Cadillac of sandwiches.
The Cadillac of sandwiches.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you can see, there's a lot of ingredients. Anything that you make at home, of course, is customizable. If you don't like anything that we talk about, you can certainly remove it and replace it with one of your favorite items.
Okay.
If you're not into spiciness, you can change it for something less spicy. But this is a zesty and salty sandwich. It is fantastic.
This is going to be my kind of sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
So, starting with the meats. Of course.
Okay.
Let's start with the meats. So we have prosciutto cotto, which is cooked ham, but it's cured. We have a fennel salami and a calabrese salami. So this is spicy.
Okay.
So again, when you start to assemble your sandwich, build what you like. Make it a giant, delicious sandwich that you're going to love and enjoy.
Wonderful.
So the way we build ours, we start with a hoagie roll. We kind of dust it with a little garlic butter, because why not?
Yes.
So garlic butter, and then we have our, this is our calabrese aioli. So it is also spicy. This is when I say it's zesty and spicy and salty, that's where that zest comes from.
Okay.
So you're gonna spread it on however much or as little as you'd like. So you're gonna spread that on the sandwich. And see how it blends with that garlic and those herbs.
You also had me at garlic. I love garlic.
Get some fresh herbs on there, mix it with butter and put it on bread. What can be better?
Yes.
So you start with that. And then, you can start building with your meat. So we're going to start with the prosciutto cotto. Layer that with a perfect
One
fit.
of my favorites.
It's almost like we've done this before.
Yes.
And then you're going to layer on your fennel salami.
Okay.
So it's fennel salami. It's got those beautiful little dots of fennel seeds in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's why. And then your spicy.
I don't know if I've
calabrese.
had that. I don't know. I'm excited to taste.
Yeah. All right. So put on your meats. Okay. And then we use Fontina cheese.
Okay.
If you don't like Fontina, you can use whatever you like. It is, it's cow's milk. It's very, it's pretty mild. It kind of dulls out that saltiness,
Yes,
cuts
and a
out
little
all
bit of
that
zest.
zestiness.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then tomatoes, as much as or little as you'd like. I'm going to put those right on top there.
Okay.
And then, we're going to put some lettuce, not too much lettuce, but some lettuce gives it that nice, crisp little crunch. Okay. And then, so we have some different items here. So we have what's called giardiniera, which if you've never heard of it,
What is that?
it's pickled vegetables.
Ooh,
so, we
yum.
use carrots, cauliflower, you can use whatever ones you'd like. But you're going to put that on top.
So this takes this sandwich to the next level.
It
This
really
is
does.
where so the combination, now we're here, elevation.
And your favorite, pickled red onions.
I do love pickled red onions.
I put them on everything.
It's the best.
All right.
What a beautiful sandwich. How colorful of this. Like, this is really impressive.
It's nice.
It looks impressive.
I'm interested to see you take a bite.
I am excited to take a bite.
And then we top it with our zesty Italian dressing.
Okay.
Also a little spicy. So we just kind of drizzle that right on the top there.
So this particular sandwich, I think this is one of the prettiest sandwiches. Wonderful for hosting if you're going to host with the most, right? But you do serve this for lunch, or is this all on your all-day menu?
We have it all day available.
Okay.
But you think sandwiches, you think lunch,
Yes,
right?
I do.
So we serve lunch Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
It's called our lunch with the side of brunch, our lunch and brunch menu. So there are some daily brunch options that we do offer.
Okay.
Some Benedicts and then some, specialty items. We do have a fried chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
That's only Monday through Friday. So
Okay.
you've got to come in for Monday through Friday lunch to enjoy that. It's delicious. But we also, we offer our sandwiches. and then some, unique Benedicts.
And
So-
so also, I heard about your happy hour, and I think that this is pretty genius. So tell everyone about your happy hour.
Yeah, so we used to run happy hour from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, but I extended it back to 12 p.m. to kind
Okay.
of get the lunch crowd involved
Isn't
and
that
excited.
so good?
It is one of the best happy hours in town. It
Yes.
is still a little secret, so it's not, you're not going to come in and not be able to find a seat at the bar. We also offer it in our bar, our high tops in the bar, and then our pizza bar, which is featured behind us, and it wraps around basically the entire length of the restaurant.
Okay.
So there's plenty of space to accommodate if you bring a group. It's a great time to share some drinks and some bar bites with friends.
Okay.
So what we do is we have cocktails, beer and wine, 2 for $1. And then we have $5
gosh.
bar bites, which include our amazing pizzas.
Wow.
So we have our pan pizzas. We have meatball and chicken parmesan sliders. We have a nonna's Sunday gravy, which is a little sampling of our Sunday gravy
Okay.
with some toast, that garlic toast that we make in-house. We char it on the
Yes.
grill. So there's some really delicious food.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Doesn't that sound amazing? And I am ready to take a bite. Now, I'm going to cut this.
Do you want me to cut it
Yeah,
for you?
don't you cut it for me?
So you got to kind
Yes.
of, you're going to make a mess, and that's okay.
Good food is messy.
Yes. So we're
Fun
gonna
things
cut it
can be
for you.
messy. No doubt
So
about
that
it.
way it's easier for you to
Are you
get
as
into.
excited as I am? Because I'm excited.
All right, let's
Okay.
do this.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I'm going to take the piece that maybe. Okay, here
Yes.
we go. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
A coveted second bite.
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen?
Not often. I love that.
Yes.
Delicious. Please go to our website for more information. I invite you to come to Mia's Italian Kitchen for your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
Okay, I got a little mouth water here.
I know. You can go there with friends and family for happy hour or brunch celebrations.
And eat for a week.
And eat and love your time there and
Yeah.
love your food.
It's a great atmosphere,
It
too.
absolutely is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the most popular events of last year returns to the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Experience the zoo like never before at the Asian Lantern Festival. Into the wild. See dozens of new hand-constructed lantern displays illuminated by thousands of LED lights, all while celebrating art, beauty, and the wonder of Asian culture. The festival runs on select nights now until January 19th. Tickets and more information are available at centralfloridazoo.org.
You can check out the recent acquisitions at the Rollins Museum of Art during their exhibition titled What's New? Now through January 5th. This installation features recent acquisitions on a rotating basis, allowing visitors to see some of their new treasures soon after they become part of the museum's collection. The Rollins Museum of Art collection is constantly expanding, becoming more diverse. And for tickets and more information, visit rollins.edu/RMA.
The Art and History Museum, Maitland, presents Man and Machine, a solo exhibition by artist Mara Weiser that explores the intricate relationship between humanity and technology. It echoes D.H. Lawrence's notion that man invented the machine, and now the machine has invented the man. Weiser uses a fusion of traditional woodworking techniques and contemporary AI-assisted machinery. He delves into the complexities of male identity, challenging the notion of men's replaceability and the societal expectations thrust upon them. The exhibit runs now through January 5th. Go to artandhistory.org for more details.
A lot happening this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is fun and exciting, a lot of fun.
And interesting
fun. And
stuff.
very interesting.
Yeah.
I would agree.
And you know that It's a Wonderful Life. I always struggle with the fact that that's a Christmas movie. I know it is a Christmas movie.
I know.
But it is, as we said, it's a little edgy. So make sure it's not a kids necessarily Christmas movie. There's
Right.
some adult themes in there
Right, of course there is.
for classic movie.
I know. True. Well, wonderful. That wraps up the event of this week's. If you have one that you'd like to share with us next month, send an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.